The Oconee County Sheriff's Office used fingerprinting to identify the man who was found dead in his Seneca home earlier this month. That man, according to the U.S. Marshals Service, has been a wanted fugitive for more than 15 years. A small plane crash that left 2 people injured and in the hospital is now under investigation by the FAA and the NTSB. It's here in the Crusoe community of Haywood County where we're seeing scenes like this one as 7 people still remain missing and those crews are searching for them. This after 2 men were confirmed dead overnight on Wednesday. Eyes across the country are focused on many states, including North Carolina. And here in Henderson County, I'm told that the official results may not be known for many days. Downtown Greenville is looking for a better way to help, and all it takes is your phone and scanning this QR code. Local activists are calling on the city to ignore a state law that prevents them from taking down this statue. A month after shots rang out inside this nightclub, 7 News has requested the audio from those deputies who were first on scene. Volunteers have been out here in downtown Canton all day pulling mud-covered items out of businesses like this brewery behind me. There's bottles, furniture, basically anything you'd find inside, and all of this is happening as emergency crews continue to look for 20 missing people after 2 were confirmed dead overnight.
This was fully submerged.
Kevin Sandifer says the river came over the bank and into his business like a tidal wave.
Very scary how quickly it came up and just overwhelmed us.
After his brewery was put on hard times in the pandemic, he says this is just another blow.
Not gonna lie, I feel a little bit, kind of set back. I feel like we just got set back a couple of years.
Strangers coming out to help with the cleanup.
I'm here and a bunch of my buddies are coming in a few hours, so can do what we can to help out.
Mike Howell lives in nearby Clyde. He has a running group that meets weekly at Bearwaters Brewery and came to do his part.
Devastation, this is, people's lives and livelihoods are destroyed. So we just need to come together and try and rebuild for them.
And it doesn't stop here. Canton's ball field and recreation park are both caked in mud and strewn with debris. Senator Tom Tillis surveying some of the damage on Thursday.
They have the grit and the grace to get it done. We just have to work on it. We have to make sure the state, the governor I know is working on it.
Saying the important part now is getting the help of the federal government.
Senator Burr and I will do everything we can to provide support and get it through the FEMA process.
Governor Roy Cooper also visiting the area saying,
we want to try to get a major disaster declaration for North Carolina, and that will depend upon the damage assessments.
But one thing is helping people like Sandifer pull through.
When you face something like this, you feel pretty devastated, but you get a lot of hope from people that just come in and tell you how much they love you and how much they want to see this go on.
And some good news amid all of this is that several people previously thought to be missing have been reunited with their families. Now, the governor says that they are actually using cell phone tracking to try to find some of those still missing. And the sheriff says they're focusing their efforts on vehicles that have been swept away by the floodwaters. Live in Haywood County, Ayla Ferrone, 7 News. Well, the sheriff's office tells me they received a call about a man back in June who they were able to arrest last week on charges of breach of peace. Now, deputies here at the Greenville County Sheriff's Office are calling what he allegedly did disgusting. The Greenville County Sheriff's Office arrested and charged Brandon Hayes Razor last week for 2 counts of breach of peace connected to an incident in June.
He followed 2 women out of Target parking lot and then got in a car and followed them as they began to drive.
That's when police say Razor pulled up alongside the women, stopped at a traffic light on Woodruff Road.
Stopped and then proceeded to masturbate right in front of them before driving away.
Deputies say the women called 911 to report this right away.
These women were smart enough and cognizant enough to be able to get some identifiers. They were able to get a tag of the vehicle.
But before deputies could make an arrest, they say there was another incident.
Last week, a student reported being followed and approached by a suspicious person driving a white sedan.
Furman University Police Chief John Milby says they were able to connect this report to Razor as well.
Based on his record, we were concerned and took steps to ensure the campus safety. We placed him on trespass notice. We issued a campus alert.
A SLED background check shows Razor has a criminal history dating back to 2013, including assault and battery, stalking and harassment.
Working with SLED and the Greenville County Sheriff's Office to ensure the community is safe.
Both agencies say it's important the community is on alert and aware of their surroundings.
People in the community need to be aware that this is going on and certainly look out for this individual.
If something doesn't seem right, if you feel like it's not right, it probably isn't, and so call 911.
And police say that if you ever do feel like you're being followed, you should, as the chief mentioned, call 911 right away. They also say if you're driving, don't head straight home because that could be dangerous. Instead, head to a public place or even write to law enforcement. Live in Greenville, Ayla Ferrone, 7 News. The traffic division is out in full force on 385 this week as the sheriff's office is running a week-long crackdown on unsafe drivers. I got to ride along and see exactly how it works.
Deputy Jones with the traffic unit, stopping for your speed. Units on the bridge, had John Laser at 80 coming up the 65 zone there.
Master Deputy Matthew Jones is just one of the many deputies patrolling 385.
Dangerous speeds, following too closely, try to maintain lanes and proper lane changes.
Lane one, black Range Rover, and lane one, black Range Rover at 86.
It's part of a week-long crackdown on speeding along the highway.
We're just out here trying to slow people down, make sure they follow the traffic laws and get them home safe.
Sergeant Robert May says in the first day alone, they issued more than 120 citations.
We were getting triple digits out there. I mean, 100 plus.
And on Wednesday,
There's a lime green Grand Cherokee.
it didn't take long for us to see the problem firsthand.
Lane one, gray Ford.
It reduces your ability to react to things, your reaction time, and increases the chances of a collision.
And it's not just speeding deputies like Jones are looking for.
Stopping you because you never moved over when you were coming up to us on the side of the highway back here.
It's other dangerous habits too, like not moving over for an emergency vehicle.
Felt a little roadside education did the trick, and I think he's going to be more cognizant of it in the future.
Jones and others in the traffic division hope this week's patrols have people thinking twice before they head out on the roads.
Unfortunately, it seems like our society doesn't bat an eye when people die on the roadways, and it's a sad thing.
This particular blitz runs through the week, but the sheriff's office says their patrols are always out looking for these types of infractions. In Greenville County, Ayla Ferrone, 7 News.